Let's find a bit more burst damage, more true damage there. That's where the quantum charge makes a bit more sense as well.
Hey.
Now, ooh, there was.
Charging on the Void Star move, that's just Rhapsody damage on Chen. And I guess Void Blast from Spencer, but you can see the poke, the siege, the range of Dewa United. Luckily, RRQ here still have a bit of power themselves to defend.
And that's why the 1-1 into this lineup coming from Dewa was a big question. They're going all in.
Not too sure about this. Oh, shortcut into the midst of it all. The crush course. 3 members stunned up. Crossbow of Tang, but it does nothing. Spencer, RWM going to be caught again. That's not ready for maybe. He goes on Enoch. The AOG gets him out in time. Tyrant in a 2v1 gets away somehow too. Oh.
I mean, at the end of the day, we're seeing that RRQ are still looking for opportunities to look for that groundbreaking one-moment play against Dewa, but for some reason, Kesu seems to be aware of that. So every time they do that, there's always a counterplay.
Oh, Aaron. As the fist crack, he's gonna have to save it there. The Queller doesn't land. RRQ forced back.
And Apopo will be forced away by Dewa. But yeah, Chen, I do agree. It's the fact that Dewa have an extra frontliner with the Fredrins, right? So they have so much more frontline to predict, to screen for both Dairon and Edok. And on top of that, because there's already 2 strong frontliners that can take a lot of damage from Dewa, it enables Itoshi Kesu to not be seen, and all he does is wait around near the portals, somewhere unseen, goes from behind, and always looks for the counter engage. That's exactly what happened in the previous fight as well, and that's where the draft really works here. Seems like RRQ don't really do that well against teams that have a lot of overwhelming counter engage.
Brother, that is a 4,000 gold lead on the hands of Chorizo, and he's the first member on Dewa to get level 15. In a meta where usually the XP is the second roamer, Chorizo says, let me get back on my carries.
Oh boy. Seen the Esmeralda before, but this is definitely a great game for the Esmeralda as well. Look at this though. Itoshi Kesu still on the far side. RRQ looking for something. Chorizo though just stands there, dude, menacingly. And RRQ can't really afford to stick around too long either.
He knows he can. Look at that. Really good zoning coming through. I don't think they can go for the contest again. Chen is still a level below Ray. If they want to go for the 50-50, it's still going to be very...
And don't allow RRQ to get the jump onto Spencer and maybe. As long as it's always onto Chorizo or Ray, those are both heroes that kind of do well when they're actually under fire.
Wait, look at Edok.
He's looking for a flank. Possibly trying to go on maybe. Conceal or to the back. Will not be able to find maybe. There, the Queller does land, but maybe he's able to disengage, and AOG will be used defensively. Chen trying to survive. The shortcut comes around. The crossbow tank gets transferred over to Ray, but the Itoshi Kesu immortality won't survive. Tyrant caught inside the real world manipulation. Rin's forced to flicker out. Down below, Toy trying to do his best to clear it out. Edok on the top. Oh, over to Chorizo. No follow-up. Taking things super slow. Chen very low. The base is wide open. They're going to go for it right here. Game 1 for Dewa United. A stompy stomp. 9-1.
Wow. A huge upset for the Kingdom here in game number 1 in this best-of-3 series between these 2 teams. Chen, unfortunately, on his debut, will have to concede this first game. With a remarkable performance coming in from Chorizo on the Esmeralda, it looks like Dewa backed into the corner. The fangs are out. The claws are sharp as well, as they're looking to claim their victory here in this match.
I mean, we should have known. RRQ should have known that Dewa are angry about this. The 4 impure rages, man, it was a sign. Dewa going to what works for them. Not really caring about what's meta, what's being used by the other teams right now. They play their own style, and it really confused RRQ. That was a dominant first game. And it's a clean one, too. Barely any mistakes made by Dewa there.
Super clean by Dewa United on the chip. And I guess it happened, man. The damage overloaded. The 1-1, the Gatot pick. I don't know. I didn't really think it was a big problem for them. I thought they would be able to execute it still, but yeah, no, Toy was bullied hard in the lane by maybe every single time, so no kill threat in the early game. And I think the miscalculation on how much damage and how tanky Esmeralda was shot them in the foot there. Turtle 1, like even Chen was just walking in and he's like, wait, my health bar's gone.
Because it's deceptive, right? You don't see it go down, you see it turn white.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I'm still in the fight, right? And Esmeralda takes the shield away from you, and you're like, wait a minute, wait.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And that's first, we might see it later. This is a bit later from the moment I'm looking for. But the one fight on top where they were able to catch Chorizo 1v3, and Chorizo was like, you fools! You're stuck in here with me, I'm not stuck in here with you.
It was a really awkward RWM as well from Rins in that potential skirmish, and then here, Chorizo just being a monster there. Esmeralda He comes back with that kind of performance, and he deserves the player of the game. Presented to you by the official tournament smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 series. And reflecting back again, right, into the keys to victory, the fact that he was able to shut down Dyrant in the EXP lane, being able to have that additional movement speed, and not only with the inbuilt kit, but also with the sprint.
Where they're able to catch the members of their opposition off guard. But again, with the read, with the screening, with the sustainability, there was no pickoff available for RRQ at all. Even with the gold lane being a 1-1, right, it doesn't help. They have more like DPS, sustained damage, but they don't have burst damage to really shut down the members of Dewa, even when they are provided with a window to try and catch someone out.
And eventually all lanes just went in favor of Dewa, right? Gold lane, Ranger. The mid trio wasn't really doing much from RRQ, plus the EXP lane in hands of Sorizo. So it was very difficult, honestly, granted for Chen, to look for these objectives. Oh, right? We're talking about the chip and the Fanny, and then we're like, you know what? Fanny, and then we're like, you know what? Chip for Dewa, not too much of a problem, but we also forgot that this is a completely different roster as well.
Right. For me, I'm just happy. Why? BTR beat this team 2-0, so it's like, wow, how good are BTR, right?
Sure. To be fair, this is RRQ HOSHI with Chen, and I feel like there definitely is a bit more of a
Oh my
disconnect.
God, he dealt less damage than Edok.
Yikes. Again, in the game, it was obvious that he was being targeted.
He was.
To be fair,
He
right?
was,
He was dove like 3 times, invaded like 6 times, you know? Rough debut for Chen, let's put it that way, right? I really do feel like there's a bit of disconnect. There were moments there where I think Chen and the rest of the guys, you know, position-wise, aren't really on the same page, by all means. So I wonder if that was the main issue, or is there other things that Kescute now has to kind of process immediately, bro, before game number 2?
Well, he has a little bit of time, right? We do have a little bit of a break between now and game number 2. So hopefully they can answer the question that Mirko threw at RRQ.
So will Kescute swap Chen out for Sutsujin and say, all right, let's get a win?
Do you think that could happen?
I don't think so. I don't think... Right now, they've already guaranteed their spot at upper brackets.
And, you
I
know,
would like to say they guaranteed their spot as #1 as well, because the next match is now V.
But like, is it important to be #1 on the regular season
You get
in terms
the
of seeds?
easier bracket. It's like, 3rd place will go up against 6th place, and they'll be... We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk to Alyssa first, as she's already ready for you guys. See you soon.
Thank you, caster. Kembali bersama Alisa, dan di sini pastinya di match pembukaan kali ini sudah dimenangkan oleh Dewa United Esports 1-0. Tapi sebelum kita lanjut ke game kedua, ada cewek-cewek cantik dari RRQ.
Halo.
Boleh dong kenalan dulu, namanya siapa? Silakan.
Aku Milen. Halo, aku Siren.
Oke, ada Milen dan juga Siren. Ini kalian keren-keren banget. Kalian pakai hoodie apa sih? Boleh dikasih lihat gak sih?
Ini aku lagi pakai custom hoodie dari player RRQ HOSHI.
Boleh dilihat di belakangnya kayaknya ada desain juga, boleh dibalik. Wow, keren banget ya. Ini dengar-dengar katanya yang desain ini adalah teman-teman pro player dari RRQ. Apakah betul?
Betul banget, jadi mereka itu player RRQ HOSHI, semuanya dikasih.
Ada yang personalized, ada juga yang untuk bisa dibeli sama semuanya ya.
Ini nih, yang didesain bareng-bareng yang ini nih.
Oke.
Lucu banget.
Lucu banget ya. Terus kalau Kingdom mau beli, bisa kemana sih?
Kalau misalkan Kingdom mau beli bisa langsung ikut pre-ordernya dengan cara scan QR yang ada di sini. Tapi jangan lupa langsung beli sekarang karena ini stoknya terbatas banget.
Limited edition ya
Benar.
pastinya ya. Tapi tunggu deh, ngomong-ngomong ini harganya mahal gak ya? Kan didesain langsung sama player-player favorit kita. Gimana dong?
Tenang aja, khusus Kingdom kita ada diskon 30%. Jadi ini startnya cuma 300.000. Kayak kita makan sushi aja kayaknya lebih mahal ya.
Iya.
Jadi kayak ya udah, ini menurut aku murah banget sih. Terus yang suka nih komen Rins Acu, Sutsujin Acu, kalian harus banget Idok Acu ya.
Iya.
Harus banget punya karena kayak feel-nya pasti beda deh, punya kayak yang didesain ini langsung dari idola kita gitu.
Ya makanya punya kamu sendiri nih yang didesain sama siapa nih?
Yang punya aku dari Rins.
Dari Rins
Betul.
ya. Nah langsung aja nih teman-teman, pastinya para Kingdom yang punya player favoritnya langsung aja bisa di pre-order. Dan pastinya bisa scan QR di bawah ya, gampang banget nih. Lucu banget juga dan pastinya ini bahannya juga tebel ya, aku lihat juga.
Iya, bahannya tebal.
Kita nggak kedinginan ya di sini, padahal biasanya kedinginan.
Benar. Thank you, yeay. Jangan lupa dukung terus game kesayangan kalian dan kita akan lemparkan kembali ke para caster. Silakan caster, take it over.
Thank you so much, Alyssa, for that report. So for those of you guys, Kingdoms back at home, you guys can actually get custom hoodies designed by the players.
Oh my God.
That is super cool. She was wearing the Rins custom hoodie.
I believe so.
Which one would you choose? Who would you want to design your hoodie?
Man, might be the Edok one.
Edok one.
It's probably gonna look aggressive, you know, because they're the ones who decide where the placement is for a lot of those patches. That's the concept there. So
That's pretty cool.
in theory, right? Aggressive Edok patches.
Speaking of aggressive, I know of a device that has really aggressive specs as well, and that is the Samsung Galaxy S25 series, the one Mirko is holding on right now. Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
Okay.
Arashi, talk to us about this phone.
Well, it's a great phone. It's powerful for gaming. Obviously, you can see the loading speed right there. Snapdragon 8 Elite Galaxy processor built on a 3nm technology platform. So it's the fastest processor ever in a Samsung Galaxy device. So they're making technological breakthroughs all day, every day. And with the cutting-edge performance, your gaming experience will be super smooth.
The available information, it's difficult to definitively say whether RRQ HOSHI will win against Dewey United. Here's what we can gather. Past matches. In the Mobile Legends Professional League MPL Indonesia Season 15, RRQ HOSHI defeated DY United Esports 2-0 at the end of Leg 1. In MPL Indonesia Season 13, a match between DY United Esports and RRQ HOSHI took place on May 17th, 2024.
Wow.
RRQ HOSHI won 2-0.
Whoa, that's pretty cool.
There's so much information, dude. I don't even remember like most of that stuff. Like the
Yeah.
dates? He knows when the dates are?
Exactly. Now you don't
That's
need
why,
crazy
guys.
memory. All you need is an S25, and you can be like, yo, the BTR win and a single M. Let's not talk about that.
Anyway, if you guys get your hands on a Samsung product, whatever
Whoa.
it may be, you guys can actually sit up front and take cool selfies. That's Kimura
Just take a picture with the cameraman.
with the cameraman.
And, oh my God.
That's
Awesome.
Valen and her boyfriend too.
Look at that zoom, though. That's
What's his
really
name?
That's
clean
so
zoom.
cool. What?
What's his name?
Michael.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was about to say, is that just Valen's boyfriend then?
I mean,
But
Michael follows her around everywhere.
yeah, he actually does. I
He's
saw
like
him in
a-
M5.
Like a IG boyfie, you know,
IG boyfie?
like an Instagram boyfie.
Well, if you just get the phone, you can get cashbacks up to 3 million IDR, by the way, and you can get 6 months of Gemini Advanced, that AI thing, for free. So
Pretty cool.
you better get on it, man.
Yeah, yeah. Go to samsung.com.id or, scan the QR code before, just tap on your Samsung device on the left side. Yeah, left side. But on my left and on my right, what do I have, Arashi?
Rashi and
Well,
Mirko. Left and right.
One thing's for sure, you don't have dandruff. What's the
I have
secret?
shoulders,
Oh.
right?
Wait, you do?
Yes. And I also have the limited edition Head and Shoulders with MLBB. Check it out to wipe out 100% of itchy, wet dandruff.
Yeah.
Ew.
You know what? Usually, when you get like red hair, when you get colored hair, you have to get the color
Special?
special shampoo. But I've just been going against that rule and using Head and Shoulders. And it's still here. It hasn't faded. Like, you saw how Iman's hair
Yeah.
disappeared within 3 days? Not as it disappeared. I mean, like, the color disappeared, the color
I
faded.
was about to say.
But my hair is still red. It's because of Head and Shoulders. Me personally, I use the Ice Cool Menthol. Not because I think lemon's overrated. That's a Sheffin thing. But
Right.
I just think Ice Cool Menthol is a bit cooler.
But your hair stays red, dude. It might be because you sweat and bleed, Bigatron, bro.
I agree, man. It's like, if you... If
Any
you
other
cut me
person, right?
in the
Any other
hand-
person.
If you cut me in the hand, I'll bleed red. Like,
Wow, dude.
because of
Coincidence?
BTR and
Coincidence?
Liverpool, yeah.
I don't think
I don't
so.
think anyone else in the world bleeds red.
Should we try it now?
Arashi bleeds orange.
That's kind of
Presumably.
creepy. Are you sick?
No, he's an RRQ fan. You're calling Kingdom's fan sick now?
I'm calling if your blood is orange. There
No,
must
if
be
your
something
blood is
wrong.
orange, that means you have RRQ in your veins, brother.
Exactly. You know, when I talk about my heart on chat, I
Uh-huh.
use the orange heart emoji. I don't use the red heart.
Exactly.
What is
That's
that?
for me. That's BTR right there. Like you're blue.
Yeah, they got the blue heart emoji as
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
actually.
Yeah.
They got
That's
it in
actually
all
true.
colors. So,
There's a yellow one.
We don't talk about those people.
Oh,
whoa.
is there
Donnie
beef?
people. Donnie.
Something
the
said that
realized, the
while I was
realized
away?
people. What about black and red? 'Cause
Black
Geek
could
Fam?
be Geek Fam
Yeah. Why?
because their logo is black and white and red.
Red.
There's white on it. The man is white.
Sure. Let's move on.
I'm confused. Let's get into the drafts, boys and girls, ladies and gents, shinobis. Presented to you by the official
My
tournament
ninjas.
smartphone Samsung Galaxy S25 series. Dewa once again on blue side. We're seeing the exact same bands coming through, except for the RRQ Granger band. Last time it was the Kimmy Respect band, taking it away from Dewa. But considering Octa isn't on the board, maybe that's why they opted to switch to the Granger band.
Yeah. I think it makes sense, but still, the Kimmy could still be a really, really good pick for Dewa to pick to go for here. The chip, I think, is still going to be their first pick. So RRQ, I think leaving a few heroes open will be good, but as usual, the Fanny will not be left open. It's going to be a chip.
But now if they go for the chip, the options there, right? The Kimi, first of all, shows up. Good flex pick as well. Along with that, I do wonder what RRQ's adaptation is. They've seen that Dewa likes having that you know, that frontline heavy type of playstyle, it works well against them as well. It allows Dewa to punish Chen so much more heavier in the previous game too. So I do wonder if they're gonna try and find some of the counters for this big beefy frontliners and allow RRQ to actually find more ways to go for those pickoffs that has made them the feared team that they are today.
Oh, they don't go for Chip.
Now that is crazy to me.
They choose Kimmy over Chip. RRQ, they're gonna pick it up.
Or maybe they will.
Okay, for a second there.
Is Kimmy more prio than the chip? Especially considering, again, game 1 was heavily dictated by the chip.
Exactly, and this is Edok on the Chip as well.
Yeah, I feel like the chip is a bit more important, but Dewa has already surprised them with an Esmeralda in the first game, so maybe they have an idea on how to deal with this chip, right? And technically, the same Esmeralda is still a great pick here against the chip too.
Yeah. But you want to reveal it this early is the question, right? Is it a first phase type of pick? I think it works because it's not.
Can the CC counter the Esmeralda?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's right to... It's all about the sustain there for the Esmeralda.
Whoa.
It's basically a shield-based Uranus. That's why back then that was the meta. In the EXP then you saw the Uranus and the Esmeralda just go beat each other up and no one gets taken out.
It's just like now, but we just have Hylos and Gatot instead of Uranus and Esmeralda.
But now Dewa have secured comfort picks of their own. We see the Harith in the hands of maybe one of his signature heroes. The Fredrin still flex, to be honest, at this point. RRQ go for the Beatrix in the gold lane against the Harith.
Yeah. Tigreal ban is very good from RRQ. Again, the Beatrix very vulnerable to those hard CC heroes, and Tigreal is one of them that can really stop the Beatrix. Could be a big problem for him, for the Beatrix.
Because Bea can't go Purify, right?
Yeah. So right now for me, I'm thinking if they want to go for like something like a Cho, something that can dive into the back line and find the Beatrix, or if they'll just stick to AOE team fighting, which I think will most probably be like Carmilla. And the thing about Dewa here is I don't think they need to ban the Franco, because there's already a chip.
Exactly. And again, the Beatrix works well when there's someone to lock someone down for the Bennett's Rage combo. But this time there's the long-range combo of the Feather Airstrike and the Renner's Apathy. But at the same time, there's no real lockdown. There's no Franco. There's no Kaja here for RRQ to use. With the chip already in the picture, it has to be Tyrant that can kind of lock someone down. And there aren't a lot of options that can do that and lane dominantly against something like an Esmeralda. So that's going to be a bit of a question later on. And Dewa, they seem to be just focused on trying to find and remove any options that can threaten the backline here. If they can make sure that the Kimi stays safe, that's a lot of damage output. And there goes the Hanzo and the Hayabusa. No ninjas today.
So we're still thinking about heroes like the Ling if we're thinking about dive into the backline, right?
Do you really want to dive though?
Because you're against the Farsa Beatrix.
Wow, they go Joy against the Fredrin. The reason they didn't ban Joy is because they have a Fredrin, right? They want the Joy to come out on the other side. Joy or Suyo both going to be beneficial for Dewa, because Suyo, they have magic damage. Joy, they have Fredrin.
Huh. That's interesting, man. In theory here, there's going to be so much danger for the Joy. Dewa now. Is this where they kind of say, joke's on you, the Fredrin is actually going to the EXP in this situation?
I think go to Rizla. Go to Rizla, it's good against Beatrix and Farsa here. It locks Joy down, and then for Rome, you can go for something like a Cho. Or
already aggression here from... Oh, so Rizzo.
So hold on to the vengeance. So, man, the patience and the calculation. Spencer gunning Chip down slowly but surely. Edok gets towards the dash. Chen won't be able to force the issue. Kesu already there. Chen has a retreat and will be able to get the retreat down to secure his camp.
That's the Kimi damage, though. Spencer being very aggressive, knowing that the backup is around her, maybe. Ooh, gets a gold buff there. It's supposed to be a non-lane, the Beatrix against the Harith. Toy should be trying to avoid it. I wonder what's the idea for RRQ when it comes to the laning, though. Because that was the big problem in game number 1. All the lanes weren't really winning. Now they have good clear, but are they going to use that to try and get some more ganks? Are they going to still rely on Edok? We'll have to see. With the weapon mastery picked up by Toy here, it's going to be a bit more vulnerable, but he will have a lot more damage to swing around. But that's later in the game. So RRQ are planning on taking this late.
Could be Dyren here.
Oh, Smackaroonie Chen with electrifying beats, but vengeance comes down to Rizzo! Able to survive! That's a big taunt from Ray to survive. Spencer rotating all the way from the mid lane. No electrifying beats for Chen. XP perhaps gets taken by Rins.
This forces Dewa to not have a winning lane in the EXP lane. It looks like Dyren is having a better save, and that should actually equal to better control. But Ray is actually the first one on the neutral objective. Chen still on the purple buff.
Gonna go win. That's by the airstrike over to Ray. One last shot should do it, but it's gonna be cancelled out by Toshi Kesu as he punches Rins in the face. Edok all alone, isolated, able to flicker out to safety. Turtle being contested, a pin down over to Diamond, but he still has the penalty zone. So Rizzo, not level 4. Spencer on the Turtle. It will be a retribution from Chen to secure Turtle 1 for RRQ.
One more threats here from RRQ, able to at least be a real deterrent to Dewa. You can see that Dewa also has adjusted, and they're respecting the potential for RRQ to get those pickoffs So it's a different game altogether now. But they were still doing a great job surviving from a lot of these aggressive moves. Sorizo.
Uh-oh, he's gonna be ganked. The shortcut down below. Everyone takes it. Tyrant swings the hammer down. Oh, the shortcut got taken down by the turret. And now it's gonna be Ray who steals away the orange.
Okay, so we are seeing trades on the board, but Daewoo aren't really falling into this early game pattern that RRQ have set. Toshi.
Oh, flickers towards the turret. Maybe gets fed a kill.
Interesting move there. Rince got caught kind of off guard. Edok trying to just clear. But oh, he might get taken out.
No shortcut. This means it's gonna be free. It's a literal chip. It's a snack for Daewoo United. They get another as they push up top and trade it for the bottom lane. Tier 1. Sorizo cancels the recall.
These are beautiful trades coming out from Daewoo United. In the first neutral objective, they knew that RRQ had a lot more to say, right? With Rince on the Farsa, a lot more early game control, plus Edok as well on the chip. They were actually able to find a little bit more of a trade in the bottom side of the map against Sorizo, but Daewoo are very quick to look for trades on the map as well, right? This gold lead that initially was held in by RRQ has now been dissipated to nothing, essentially. The fight back from Daewoo, the patience that Daewoo are holding on, will help them into the mid-game.
What a 15% increase there for Daewoo's audience prediction.
Dives in, gets the shutdown, but it's a flicker out for Spencer to stay alive.
It was a beautiful opening and opportunity made in by Kesu, but there was no follow-up. And RRQ counter-engaged on that so well. 2-for-1 trade, they're going to be able to pick up this turret in the mid lane, plus they take away that purple buff. That is full value for the Kings of Kings.
I think Itoshi Kesu was way too overzealous there. He got 2, but under the turret of RRQ. The moment Dyron stepped in and body blocked the whole team there, sacrificing himself in the process, they kind of sealed the deal for the fight afterwards. But they was still kind of try to fight back, try to get something in return. And once they use the resources, that's where Edok comes in. And we talked about this trend, how the chip now is a great engage tool, but an even better re-engage tool.
That makes sense, and he's yet again looking for the right opportunity. We're reflecting back onto the items here. It looks like Spencer has picked...
Won't be able to gap close.
6,000 gold lead for RRQ.
You see the damage come through for Toy as well, though. Maybe dashed into a couple of hits from the Bennett from Toy, and he was taken down to half HP, so there's a lot of burst damage built in, even before the big ultimates. With Toy already picking up the Sea Halberd as well, it means that if Ray or Sorizo, or even Kesu, if they want some of that heat, Toy is ready to just be that gunslinger and gun him down.
So we've seen it on 2 occasions already, right? Kesu finding an opportunity, no follow-up. Do you think there's miscommunication that's happening, or is it just Kesu playing on his own, or there's some underlying motive that maybe we're not aware of?
Right there, it's either, again, a overzealous moment from Kesu, or like Mirko mentioned, it might be a distraction, right? To try and have a desperate moment to try and save the base turret, by all means. RRQ brute force through it, though.
Harith and Hanzo, only here it's Harith and Kimmy. So Spencer's actually not getting a lot of gold. He's in the gold charge, dude. He's lower than Ray in terms of like how much gold he's gotten. So this Kimmy has not really been scaling. It's just been well, it has been scaling, but it's so slow. So I don't think they're going to be able to get the power spike of the Kimmy. It's just full reliance on maybe at this point.
And again, even if Spencer does scale well, you have to remember with the Feathered Airstrike looming at range there, the Kimmy is just so vulnerable. One single bolt from the Feathered Airstrike is going to take him down to half HP. Now RRQ, they make their move onto the base with the Lord. The Command Force already used, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe dashing away from Bennett's rage. Chen, electrifying beats. Interesting. Ray goes over to Taunt. Tyrant. Taunt traction pulse. Won't find Rins. They will defend. So, really good clear.
Inhibitor turret in the mid lane does get taken out. Looks like 2 waves are still crashing in favor of the Kingdom. They might look for an opportunity to end it here now.
Big damage. Ray with a double taunt. Oh, he's watching Kesu. This track coming down, so Rizzo looking for the damage as well, but won't be able to find it. Tyrant. Penalty zone to the back line there. It's going to be Spencer who gets stove on by Chen. Itoshi on him, maybe looking to play again with the Chrono Dash. Gets the Synchro Vision. Now the Chrono Dash one more time. Toy still ready. 1-for-1 in the end.
But Rinse for Spencer, that's definitely still worth it for Daewoo. But RRQ are not done just yet. They have CG potential. The Fighter's Apathy does land. RRQ won't be able to actually find a decisive moment there. Daewoo doing a great job protecting the main carries, particularly Maybe. And he's at a full item inventory slot. Actually, the gold advantage compared to Toy even.
Oh, Chen has a 4,000 gold lead.
Yeah,
over
dang.
Ray.
What is that?
It is a utility jungle.
But now with the Wishing Lantern already completed as well, I feel like Daewoo has to play like they don't have a front line. You know, because all these tankier members like the Fredrin, like the Bagan, if RRQ, commit to try and pick them off, they can delete all these tanky members, no problem.
Shortcut coming out, Maybe with the Command Force already. He's able to evade. Direct penalty zone, not a taunt as well. On the back line, Itoshi Kesu! Oh my lord, Spencer! Able to kite away now. Chen, like my beats Ray! Finds a taunt. Curtain call, locks him down. Chen is in a bad spot. 3 members have fallen from RRQ, and the timing could not have been worse. Lord will be spawning.
Wow,
boy.
that was a really, really good opening from Dewa. RRQ, huge blunder. Chen is still in the vicinity though. He might be looking for a steal. So Rizzo's going for the zone.
Certain call to vengeance as well, maybe. Oh, constant chrono dashes. Chen is out of here. Toy won't be able to make it in time. Dewa United get the Lord. They keep their playoff run alive for now. Oh, look. Maybe gets away
my God.
in the nick of time.
Beautiful timing. Luck is on Dewa's right now. Or look at the replay because maybe was all alone there against Edok. He should have been taken down. Look at the cover from Kesu.
It's Spencer also gunning everyone down there with Kesu, man. And this is a trade, even if Spencer falls there, it's a trade.
I mean, they still have a base turret. They can still go back to the fundamentals. It's not bad. Well, it is pretty bad, but it's not as bad as you would think right now with a big fight in the late game. Luckily for RRQ, that was not the Evolve Lord. And I don't think they would have done that if the Evolve Lord was spawning in 10 anyways. But who knows? Yeah, right now RRQ are on the back foot. They still have base turrets to play with, and they will have set up for the slow push up top to just keep it there for a while. But they're going to have to send a few more members up top there to do that again. It's, again, going to always be a slow push back to Dewa. So they're going to have to manage it really well.
And that should be favorable for RRQ, right? Considering they have the chip as well. If they send one member, that could be an opportunity for them to look for a pickoff and then utilize that to their advantage in the neutral objective take. But Dewa are aware of this. They're sending everyone up top.
They gotta.
Against the chip, there's just so much threat here. That's the one thing that we mentioned already for RRQ in the late game. They will have this chip.
And he finds the kill. Now it's just Tyron. Can he do it again? Chen walking up, looking to play again. Able to find a dash into the back. Maybe we'll lose immortality, but Tyron's very low. Itoshi Kesu looking to peel. Tyron gets the swing of the hammer to find the shutdown.
Oh man, a 3-4-3 trade, but maybe, play for maybe. And he's going to be able to find opportunities like that. Unfortunately, earlier, Spencer was unable to take Chen down, so Chen was able to take maybe down. If that didn't happen, Dewa would have been able to leave that on the upper hand.
I mean, Dewa, they're doing a lot of adaptations here. That's really good. Chen needs to go for a pickoff here. Oh,
Doesn't find it.
it's almost back to a 5v5 here, but maybe it's the one with the longer death timers. RRQ, are they going to force a fight? Are they going to go for a 50-50? They have to make a call on a split second here.
No damage dealer. Shortcut for Toy to come in. RRQ are going for the fight instead. I don't think that was the right call. Traction Pulse finds Rins. Oh, Spencer gets immobilized. Rins has to walk away very low. Ida all alone. Ooh, the call was to fight, and now maybe is back.
No value from the Feather Airstrike as well earlier on, already used up a resource that Dewa now have information over. Maybe is back in the picture. He's going to be able to clear out the top lane first, understanding that it is still going to be pushing in favor of RRQ. But this is going to be a complete reset, 50-50 once again. Dewa are now back, and they have the better holding around this Lord. Itoshi Kesu already in position.
No gold advantage any longer for RRQ. But Chen is so far away right now. He's getting called back, as he should. Rins?
Oh, Itoshi Kesu in the back with the fist crack. Rins has the flicker. He saves it. Good patience, but they've lost a lot of firepower with that one. Again, a pin down. Chen looking for the angle. Venice Rage coming down as well, but Itoshi Kesu has immortality. Zaman Force over to Tyron. Itoshi able to get away. Maybe now with the Zaman Force on cooldown, a window opens for RRQ.
They go for the reset here. Chen already on standby in the area to look for a potential steal. So Rizzo finds him though.
Ooh, spots him. Chen disengages. Up top, a big wave will be forming. Dewa need to make a decision.
Ooh, concealed already by RRQ. Edok and Dyron trying to find something, but finally Dewa are backing away. Ray is in the area, but will it be enough? Only two of them, Ray and Sorizo.
Spencer's up top. Ray gets a taunt. Zaman Force already used up. Maybe looking to play again. Chen going back again with the Venice Rage now. Tyron looking at zone in the bounding them away.
3 members of the side of RRQ have been taken down. And ladies and gentlemen, please do take a guess at the death timers. 40 seconds for them to spawn back into the game here. The 2 cores from RRQ are the ones left standing. They're going to look for a push here and potentially look for an end angle.
It's over. It's an Evolved Lord with all the carries still alive. Evolved Lord in the mid lane with a charge. Toy, Bennett, Traction Pulse, a dash away, and the Feather Airstrike has only done that much damage. Spencer walks up. Rin's able to go for it now. Dewa, oh, that's going to be immobilized. Maybe looking to play with his Zaman Force as well. Turret wide open, maybe. On it. Oh, Toy! Oh! Trying his third best to survive. The biggest upset of Season 15 happens in Week 8. Dewa keep their playoff contention lives alive.
Sweet, sweet revenge for Dewa United today, ladies and gentlemen. After leg number 1, it was a 2-0 victory for RRQ, and today, with a different lineup, with Sorizo, with Kesu, with Spencer, they're able to turn the tides around. They're able to rewrite a new story. And their lives for the playoffs are still alive.
It's not even a 2-1, a full-on 2-0 upset. Against everyone's expectations, the energy in the arena immediately shifts. Dewa are still around.
Wow.
Just amazing stuff, man. Nobody was expecting this. Except for Papulong, but of course he's an outlier, always. We're taking a look at the replay, and even from game number 1, game number 2 was much closer. But their problem solving at the very end, Kesu on this Padang was just exceptional, really good cover. They were playing for maybe, and that was the keys to victory for Dewa from the start of the season. Let's talk to Dewa United after that victory against the number 1 on the standings, the Kings of Kings, RRQ.
Anak Dewa masih bisa bernapas lega karena Dewa United memperpanjang asa mereka untuk bisa ke babak playoff. Semuanya pastinya happy, namun gimana nih Dewa United menjadi tim ketiga yang bisa mendapatkan kemenangan atas RRQ, pemuncak klasemen. Gimana maybe? Menjadi tim ketiga loh yang bisa menangin 2-0 nih lawan tim RRQ, bahkan 2-0. Ini apakah Dewa begitu? Namun ada tadi Chen, Ray, kamu langsung berhadapan dengan Chen. Debut dia, gimana sih kamu melihat debut dari Chen?
Jago, tapi kurang beruntung aja hari ini.
Kurang beruntung aja. Dan kalau kita ngebahas tentang kemenangan hari ini kan kondisi Dewa juga lagi deg-degan banget sih. Maybe, kita tahu namamu di awal dan bahkan para talent juga ngebahas performa Maybe dari awal itu sangat baik di atas. Tapi kurvanya nih kayaknya menurun. Ada apa Maybe? Dan juga tim Dewa berarti. Ada apa ini?
Ya nggak ada apa-apa sih, cuman emang gameplay kami aja yang banyak mistake gitu.
Oke, banyak mistake. Dan kan sempat naik terus sempat turun, ini balikin ke atasnya sesusah itu atau memang lagi proses atau bagaimana?
Lagi proses lah, lagi proses.
Lagi proses, ini udah minggu-minggu 8, udah minggu-minggu akhir. Tinggal main tuh di minggu ke-9 maybe. Ini bakal sempet gak sih? Kalian masih optimis gak sih dari tim Dewa United?
Ya tetap optimis lah, tetap walaupun chance lolos kan kecil kan, terus sisa 3 match gitu. Ya kami tetap do the best aja.
Tetap do the best karena chance masih ada. Kalau kalah di sini baru ketutup. Tapi kalian memanjangkan dengan hari ini, kan sisa 3 hari ini udah diselesaikan. Berarti tinggal sisa 2. Dan kalian juga bisa dibilang dengan sisa-sisa match kalian, kalian membawa player baru. Ada Spencer dan juga ada Kesu. Manggilnya Kesu aja ya?
Ya.
Namanya panjang banget. Kesu!
Kesu,
Datang di MPL season 15 di minggu-minggu akhir di Dewa United. Prosesnya gimana sih?
Prosesnya ya biasa aja sebenarnya. Cuman apa namanya disuruh naik. Pas MPL udah lolos playoff, ya udah gas sambil mencari pengalaman aja di MPL.
Gas aja, tapi keadaan Dewa United pada saat itu sedang tidak baik-baik saja.
Ya, sedang tidak baik saya. No pressure sih.
Ada motivasi tersendiri nggak? Aku datang ke Dewa United, aku pengen bawa Dewa United untuk ke babak playoff.
Ada pasti.
Ada pasti. Dan ini panggung, bisa dibilang panggung keduamu. Match pertama kemarin, lalu sekarang. Gimana sih kamu ngerasain panggung MPL ini?
Keren banget sih.
Keren banget.
Ya, kok kemarin cuma pemanasan aja.
Baru pemanasan kemarin. Hari ini udah lebih relax dari Kesu?
Apa?
Udah lebih relax.
Fokus ke tim sendiri aja sih, sama diri sendiri. Gak ada fokus ke RRQ.
Kesu mentality, fokus diri sendiri, nggak ada mikir tim lain. Oke, tapi menarik banget tadi game kedua juga cukup back and forth, maju, mundur. Kesu, udah penasaran? Kayak ngelihat game kedua tadi, gimana sih Kesu? Kayaknya kok maju mundur, balas-balasan.
Cuman liatin Parsa aja sih.
Jadi tugas Kesu emang Parsa doang?
Iya, Parsa doang.
Gak usah dapat banyak-banyak, yang penting Parsa aja?
Iya, Parsa Patrick udah liatin terus.
Itu udah satu tim memang nyuruh kamu untuk melakukan hal itu? Udah sepakat? Sepakat. Tapi dengan performa Kesu dan juga ini duonya ada Spencer di sini. Selamat datang Spencer. Akhirnya ngedapetin kemenangan di MPL panggung. Yang mungkin bisa dibilang banyak yang mengharapkan dan kalian muncul di sini. Dari Spencer sendiri ada motivasi khusus nggak ketika datang di Dewa United?
Motivasinya sebenarnya buat diri sendiri aja sih, buat pengalaman. Udah lama juga terjun di prosin, selama 3 tahun baru ini ngerasain MPL gitu. Dan
setelah rasanya gimana? Rasanya MPL?
Ya biasa aja ternyata.
Jangan
Cuman seru banget, fansnya rame banget di sini. Jadi buat lebih semangat aja.
Seru ya guys ya, buat biasa di sini seru. Karena, tapi Budi perasaan ada groginya gitu nggak sih sebagai player yang baru merasakan MPL?
Sebenarnya dari match pertama lawan BTR juga gak ada grogi sama sekali sih. Main relax aja udah.
Main relax aja?
Udah biasa juga kok, ditonton banyak orang.
Oke, dan duo ini tuh sebenarnya kalian berdua memang duo udah lama ya?
2 tahun.
2 tahun bersama.
2 tahun.
Bisa dibilang kalian melawan duo yang juga cukup famous dan cukup di atas rata-rata. Banyak banget yang ngobrolin tentang Rins dan Idok. Itu adalah duo legendaris dari tim RRQ. Menghadapi duo seperti itu, apa yang Spencer sudah persiapkan?
Yang disiapkan sih pertama Rins idola saya. Jadi dulu bertemu lama, sering ketemu di turnamen-turnamen, sering lawan dia. Jadi ingin rasanya ngalahin aja gitu. Ya.
Dan sekarang setelah mengalahkannya?
Banyakan dia yang menang sih. Banyak dia yang menang.
Oh ya, berarti ini belum dihitung kemenangan yang menyenangkan?
Sebenarnya udah sih. Soalnya cuman ketemu di match ini doang. Nextnya kan ya mungkin next season kali ketemu lagi.
Oke, bisa jadi playoff, masih ada kesempatan loh.
Amin, amin, amin.
Amin, amin. Karena kesempatan masih terbuka. Dan dari Idol sekarang bertemu langsung di MPL. Kita ngelihat banyak sekali potensi yang dihasilkan. Berarti kamu mid lane terinspirasi dari Rins?
Iya, dari dulu suka nontonin Rins main juga.
Suka nontonin Rins main, apa nih yang paling kamu sukai dari Rins? Yang bikin kamu, wah dia idol saya.
Berani buat move sendiri kayak flicker-flicker ke depan gitu.
Inisiasi-inisiasi gerakan-gerakan dari Rins ternyata. Dan banyak banget pastinya yang melihat ini adalah momen berharga bagi Dewa United. Tapi Sorizo, halo Sorizo.
Halo Bude.
Kapan terakhir kita ketemu?
Udah berapa lama ya? Berapa week ya?
5, kayaknya 4-5 week.
Sih.
Dari mana aja Sorizo?
Bertapa kayak, Bude.
Bertapa, apakah ini hasil bertapamu? Bisa 2-0-in RRQ?
Hasil bertapa di gua ini kayak.
Oke, datang ke sini tiba-tiba dalam kondisi yang lumayan berantakan juga ya untuk Dewa United. Gimana Sorizo melihatnya?
Kita usahain maksimalin lah, semoga bisa lolos.
Semoga bisa lolos, karena kan kita sendiri mungkin kalau dari kacamata orang awam, kita melihat Dewa United ini lagi dalam keadaan yang acak-acakan. Lagi dalam keadaan tidak baik-baik saja di zona merah. Tapi kalau Sorizo melihat Dewa United lagi dalam kondisi apa sih ini?
Ya kondisi di ujung tanduk sih.
Di ujung tanduk?
Mau gak mau ya harus berusaha maksimal mungkin lah kita buat naik.
Berusaha semaksimal mungkin, tapi kita juga nggak bisa pungkiri bahwa Sorizo hadir ke MPL membawa sesuatu hal yang baru dan anyar. Dengan Esmeraldamu di game 1, mungkin itu banyak memberikan kejutan ya. Gimana sih caranya seorang Sorizo yang tiba-tiba dari jut dan nafas untuk Dewa semakin memanjang. Dan mungkin di sini anak Dewa juga yang terus-terusan datang ingin mendengarkan sesuatu dari kalian. Atau kemenangan ini ada yang mungkin mau disampaikan sesuatu?
Buat fans anak Dewa aja sih. Mungkin support terus kami, dukung kami terus. Ya walaupun lagi di bawah, support terus playernya. Player akan usaha keras buat Dewa United dan anak Dewa. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Fights of this game. He is sticking like glue to Toy, dude. Toy's always been hunted by Sorizo with the yo-yos here in game number 2. And that's what kind of made the fight formation is so difficult. And we talked about how Dewa, I mean, in theory here, they want to make it like a bit more disruptive. They don't want to go front to back against so much AoE, so much artillery. And they were able to actually do so. I mean, look at this, right? Look at where the positions are. First of all, great big combo. But afterwards, there's no safe zone, right? Everyone's weaved in within each other. And you just can't get anything going here in way of offense if you're RRQ. Look at this. Sorizo jumping straight onto Toy. So immediately the whole team moves forward, knowing that Toy is the main damage dealer. The guy with the weapon mastery, with the full 6 items in the late game. And because of that, despite having the damage, Toy just isn't around there to output the damage the same way Maybe is with his extra mobility and survivability. He's able to be in the right place at the right time and receive a lot more damage while still being able to be active.
Yeah. My player of the game for this game was actually Maybe, but my player of the match I think was Sorizo because of that amazing Game 1 performance. Yeah, an amazing game really from Dewa United. Imagine, second match in MPL for some of these rookies and they are able to be #1 of the standings.
It's the new mindset of the Youngbloods, man.
Yeah, dude.
Like, we're not seeing
These
them,
cannons are built different.
like, need too much time to adapt. Like, even in the interviews, like, yeah, MPL is whatever. It's nothing out of the ordinary. Sure, like, the crowd is amazing, but it's not a big deal so much that it would affect our mentality, essentially, is what he's saying. And that's what he said in the interview, too, right? No pressure before that debut game yesterday. But, you know, channeling my inner Renmar, I want to give my flowers to the rest of the team as well. I think he likes to say give flowers.
I see.
I want to give my flowers, like, despite Sorizo claiming the MVP and despite the exceptional performance coming in from Maybe, I want to give my flowers to Kesu.
Yeah, I agree.
And honestly, Ray, right? Because in game number 2, we saw so many moments where Maybe wouldn't have been able to make the Maybe plays that he did if the cover wasn't there. And the cover came from Ray, and it came from Kesu too. Really good. MPL ID, who are doing really great, sitting at a 4-time win streak. Supposed to be
regular season
champs.
But I think it's just unlucky as well, because the roster shift and all that happened as he's in. I almost feel like Keskiun was expecting like the old Dewa, right? So I'm not saying that this Dewa is amazing and they're gonna make a miracle run and win, you know? But they're looking a lot better than the previous roster, right? In the Land of Dawn, at least. So it's also unfortunate that that happened. And then, you know, Chen comes in and is like, wait a minute, it's different.
It's pressure.
Even Kesky is probably like, what's Esmeralda? What is this? You know, we thought that, you know, it might be different.
Yeah, maybe the GOAT, Kesky, was surprised.
Knowing Kesky, he probably was like, God damn, it's a result. He worked.
Thank you Caster, kembali bersama Alisa dan kalau sudah di backstage ini yang rasanya jarang sekali ya kita bertemu dengan coach dari RRQ ada Coach Rev. Halo Coach.
Halo.
Pertama-tama sebelumnya selamat dulu nih karena sudah bisa mengamankan upper bracket di babak playoff.
Terima kasih.
Tapi kita ketemu hari ini di sini nih di backstage. Gimana nih Coach, ada apa? Apakah ini mau memberikan pengalaman juga untuk Chen sendiri karena sudah berhasil mengamankan upper bracket mungkin?
Ya kalau untuk ngasih pengalaman emang tujuan kami naikin Chen itu buat ngasih pengalaman dia di MPL. Ya walaupun sebenarnya result kita udah dapat upper bracket ataupun belum dapat, ya kita pasti ada kayak planning untuk ngasih Chen jam terbang lah di MPL.
Oke, jadi ini pengalaman baru juga bagi Chen dan mungkin di sini kita bisa melihat juga bahwa sebenarnya kemarin ada di season lalu ada duo mid rookie yang tiba-tiba bersinar yaitu ada Idok dan Rins di season 14. Nah, kamu melihat kalau dari Dewa sendiri nih Spencer dan Kesu itu seperti apa sih, Coach?
Ya rata-rata ya sekarang menurut saya player-player dari MDL udah lumayan bisa ngimbangin lah player di MPL. Karena mungkin mereka juga global band di MDL kan itu membantu mereka buat hero pool juga. Ya menurut saya mereka berdua juga lumayan bisa bersaing lah di MPL gitu.
Tapi kalau dari Coach sendiri menurut Coach Spencer dan Kesu bisa menyaingi Idok Rins atau bahkan bisa lebih nggak mungkin?
Ya harusnya buat sekarang belum bisa sih.
Belum bisa ya, tetap Idok Rins tidak terkalahkan ya.
Ya.
Oke, dan menutup week ke-8 ini ada pesan-pesan buat Kingdom nggak sih? Silakan.
Ya untuk Kingdom, ya sorry hari ini kita belum bisa dapat kemenangan. Ya kami juga pasti bakal improve terus sampai season MPL ini selesai. Jadi tetap dukung kami di MPL season 15 ini.
Improve terus dan pastinya kita akan melihat konsistensi dari RRQ terutama karena RRQ sudah berhasil mengamankan upper bracket di babak playoff. Dan kita akan lemparkan kembali ke para caster. Silakan caster, take it over.
All right. So it wasn't NMM, it wasn't Kesky, it was Coach Rave.
All the way from MDL.
Assistant coach, he mentioned the reason why Chen was brought up in this match, it was to give him experience, playtime.
And he was very upfront about it too. He's like, yeah, unfortunate for us, RRQ and the Kingdom, we didn't get a good result today, but it is what it is, you know. They apologize for the performance and move forward with it.
Because they can take it.
Respectable.
It's whatever, right, for RRQ. But for Dewa, it's not. But speaking of disappointment, don't be disappointed. And you won't be disappointed if you use In the Home by Telkomsel, right? Guys, get your hands on the package G21 for only 300 and... A lot?
With no lag.
All the features, man.
All
It's
of
fast internet, anything is possible.
Check it out. Chip to one.
Because it's not just for like your
You see,
phone.
like,
You can also have it for your home. Unless your phone is your home. But that's kind of weird.
I'm gonna open the GoPay app now.
Okay, go ahead. Are you voting for your champion?
I am actually. Look.
Well, see, I already did, right? But clearly, didn't go as expected.
Mine also didn't go as expected. I didn't predict Dewa to win this. I think only Pak Pulung got the spin token now.
Hashtag hanya Pak Pulung.
Hanya only. Tuman. Pak Pulung.
So you guys can actually vote for your favorite team or who you think is going to win at the gopay.co.id/games or on the app, because for your first vote, you guys can actually get 59 diamonds plus 1 token. Now, the token you can use to spin for prizes in the gift arena, and the prizes that are included are the 2 electric motorcycles, 5 smartphones, 5 power banks, there's 25 wireless earphones, and what's available now is 13.
Yeah.
Huh? What do you
Those are
mean?
the clean ones, Eterna. So 2 electric motorcycle winners have been chosen, 5 smartphone winners have been
so
chosen.
there's 13 left.
There's only 13 electric motorcycles left. So go ahead, head over to gopay.co.id/games, open the GoPay app, do one of those. If you want to take a hard way, then go and type it in all the way. Click the trophy icon on top right. Click vote now to get a token. Pick your winning team, choose their final match score, get up to 59 free diamonds and 1 token free for your first vote, and then use the token to spin in the gift arena and win your dream prizes.
Nice. I bet you want the electric motorcycle.
Sure, why not, right?
He loves the
Traveling.
environment.
Exactly, man. It's all about being eco-friendly when you can.
Yep.
So proud of you. Character development.
Character development? Wait, what?
Character
Is
development.
that you? GoPay GG though, for you guys, is also development for you guys back at home. Maybe now you're doing stuff that might not be financially responsible. Well, fix that. Be financially responsible by using the promo code 5 diamonds with only 1 rupiah.
Imagine that.
Yep. And
That's pretty crazy, guys.
top up with the WDP, which is only 26,000 IDR with this promotion.
Exactly.
Check out WDP weekly diamond packs.
Treat yourself, okay? grab that new hero or new skin that you want
Yes.
and be financially responsible doing it.
Yes.
It's a win-win-win.
Triple win.
TWs.
And it's always cheap, but also secure. That's like the important one.
Yeah, exactly. So scan the QR code down below there, guys, or you can use the promo code that's already typed up in the lower
There's
banner.
a QR code, man.
MPL
Just
pasti
use it.
GG.
Don't make life
Yeah.
difficult.
Is it a QR code?
It is a QR code. What? That's not a barcode.
A barcode is a code that has bars, right? So what does
Yes, that is
QR
true.
stand for?
It's a code with QR. It's quick read. Is it actually quick read?
That
No,
is
I don't know. I was like,
pretty
damn,
crazy.
that's pretty cool.
I have no idea.
Are you a ninja? What? Do I
Because you
look like a
just-
ninja?
A little.
You are pretty ninja.
Really? Interesting.
It's tactical
Why do you
like
bring
a
that up?
ninja.
Well, because I think we're all ninjas here. We could be this gang right here, man. But we need 5 to
I'm
be fair.
sad there's not best skins. You guys can actually check out the custom collab contents that are officially available. We have, you know, the stickers, the emotes. There's loading effects that are available, match interfaces, a custom map, and there's so many other Easter eggs that are ready to be conquered. So don't forget to check that out. Aside from the available skins.
There's a lot. There's also the Jiraiya emote that you guys can get. So go and try to find that because it's actually quite hidden. It's the best emote, in my opinion. It's like Jiraiya
Really?
with his nose bleeding. Perfect
the-
stage.
Pretty cool.
The nosebleed phase, yeah, the classic.
We love
the
you,
anime
Jiraiya.
staple.
Rest in peace. F's in the chat for Jiraiya. It was pretty sad when he died, actually.
Is Jiraiya Beloyski?
Huh?
Jiraiya is Yeb. Aloyski is Minato. And Kairi is Naruto.
Okay,
That's how we put it here. Yeah.
pretty cool.
And
What that
Minato,
lines up like that?
Minato's students are Obito, Kakashi, and Rin. Rin's dead, but
Isn't Jiraiya a little cheeky?
he's very... Yeah, sure, we can use that word.
What is
Yeah.
cheeky? What
do
does
you
it
think
mean?
Yeb is
Sure.
cheeky?
He kind of is, though.
Dude, he is. What do you mean? That's like the most accurate thing about him. The only thing that you'd be like, doesn't Jiraiya have white hair? That would be more acceptable, you know?
Okay.
Like, I think everything else fits. Yep, is Jiraiya, bro. And he's having a good day at home, preparing for his match against Evos. If he loses today, it's all right. Because even if he's having a bad day, just one sip of a good day will be cookie, or fantastic macchiato, or cappuccino, whichever flavor you really want here. There's